A gadha is seen as someone who's stubborn and is stupid and is dumb, and it's a form of an insult that we use so often that there's so many various meanings to it now. However, every meaning has a negative connotation to it. Hero the donkey is probably one of those cases we'll never forget. It was last year, July, and middle of the night, there was a picture circulating the internet about this one donkey who was lying in a terrible condition with the name of a political figure written on his body. What we understood was that this obviously happened at a political rally where people put his name, again using the term gadha, people put a political figure's name on his body as a way of insulting the political figure, and then others took to projecting all their anger and their frustration and hatred onto poor hero. When he was brought to our shelter and when our vets examined him thoroughly, we saw that he was in such a bad state because he had been punched and kicked in the face and the bodies multiple times that his jaw had broken and his eyes couldn't open. His insides had been crushed so much that he was just bleeding internally.
Hero eventually succumbed to his injuries and died a week after being rescued. Although Hero's case is an exceptionally brutal example, mistreatment of donkeys is in fact an endemic in Pakistan. Pakistan has the third largest donkey population in the world. Its citizens have become accustomed to seeing these animals on a daily basis, whether on main city roads, in small villages, or even in the northern mountainous regions. But what many fail to see is that these beasts of burden are suffering in silence. Violent physical abuse is a common practice amongst donkey owners in Pakistan, as they feel it is the only way to get work out of their stubborn animals. Known for their strength and stamina, donkeys are a standard asset in most low-income family homes. However, many don't view their donkeys as assets. They are instead just a means for manual labor and transportation.
With donkeys and mules in particular is that they are actually seen as a silent slave. You know, they are seen as that animal you just get the most out of and then you just discard the animal. And as far as the donkey owners go, you can't say they're bad people because we don't know what they're going through in their life either. But violence is never the answer. So taking out their frustration on their animal just because the animal will not say anything back is not an answer or justification for having a difficult life, because that's not okay. So unlike horses who will scream out or neigh, or like a dog who will bark, a donkey internalizes all of his feelings and he freezes. He doesn't go into flight mode or fright mode, he just freezes. That's donkey behavior.
About 3 years ago, ACF started their Donkey Camp initiative. Situated around various parts of Karachi, they set up medical campsites in particular localities, inviting donkey cart owners of the area to bring their animals for examination, providing free treatment along with educational tips and food. Additionally, they erect weekly camps at the brick kilns in Islamabad.
We are at Maiman Goat, and this is actually one of the regular locations where we come for the donkey camps. We have integrated ourselves in the society in 3 years, and we almost know every donkey owner. We know how long they have had their donkeys, what kind of injuries they have, what are their problems.
हम जब भी आते हैं इलाज करवाते हैं, सही इलाज होता है। ये जो अगर गिर जाते हैं, कहीं पे गिर गया, पत्थर आ गया गाड़ी में और खींच के खड़ा रहता है, फिर उसी वजह से भी गिरता है, फिर मुंह पे चोट लगती है, घुटनों पे लगती है, कोई चीज़ ऐसी होती है चिपक जाती है, अंदर घुस जाती है। वो गाड़ी वाले इंसान है, कभी टक्कर लग जाती है आमने सामने, फिर नुकसान होता है, हमारा भी होता है। तो सब कुछ इलाज सही करते हैं, दाना भी फिर देते हैं। अभी भी इधर हम लोग इलाज करवाएं तो हमारे को दाना भी मिलता है। और कोई चीज़ होती है, बीमारी होती है, जहाँ ज़ख्म होता है सही हो जाता है। अभी तो सही है, चल रहा है, कभी भी हमारी शिकायत नहीं है।
Our vet is over here, vet assistant is here, they check the donkey, the temperature, and if the donkey is here due to an injury or because it has fever or any illness, like they normally have stomach ache or they have nasal discharge, eye discharge, these kind of things. We also sometimes ask them to bring the donkey for the follow-up treatment at the shelter only, and we give them treatment for free.
However, when some injuries prove to be too severe, ACF takes responsibility for the wounded donkey, transporting the animal to their main shelter and rehabilitation center. Sometimes after treatment, these donkeys are returned to their owners. Other times, injuries are permanent, and the animals remain at the shelter to live out their lives in peace. Due to the brutal treatment of donkeys ACF has witnessed over the past 6 years, they are on a mission to bring about changes, not only through educating donkey cart owners, but by approaching the government with the agenda of implementing different regulatory policies for the health and safety of donkeys used in transport and labor.
What is realistic is if we bring in a few proper rules and policies that pertain to donkey carts or any animal used for transport. One thing that can and should be done is putting number plates on donkey carts and making an official donkey owner union with the government, and they need to comply to a certain code of conduct and ethics of how they treat the animal. Right now, one donkey, an average donkey used in any industry like for cement blocks or so on, they are carrying over 2,000 tons of weight. More than a van can carry, a donkey is carrying right now, which is ridiculous. So there needs to be limits on how much weight an animal is allowed to carry. There also need to be limits on what times of day the animal should be working. Like animals should not be working when it's very hot. Their hooves have the same nerve ending that a human being's feet have. So when we are stepping on hot ground, the way our feet will burn, a donkey's feet burn the same way.
ACF has also taken to developing humane harnesses supplied to donkey cart owners at the camps, with the hope that they will replace the crudely assembled versions used by most.
Donkeys abroad are used for working with special needs children because they are so empathic, and they are used for therapy. They're used for psychotherapy because you can actually project your feelings and a donkey will respond accordingly. They'll nuzzle you, they'll give you kisses, they want to play with you, they'll run around. They're so lovely when they have the freedom to just be who they are.
It's about time that these sensitive and intelligent animals be treated with respect and compassion. So when will Pakistanis realize that these valuable creatures should be treated not only with respect, but with compassion as well?